hope it's recording. I'm having anxiety about it.
No,
recording.
yeah, it says recording.
It says recording.
It's here.
If we get to the end of this,
Give me permission to record. Give other people permissions to record.
How do I do that?
It says recording at the top left. So
I know, but I'm just trying to alleviate her anxieties.
Yeah, I'm like anxiety crazy. I don't know how to make it recordable for multiple people. How do I do that?
It's in the big settings. It'll be fine. It's recording.
All right. If it doesn't record, oh well. We made
what are
new
we
friends.
Out, friends? Y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Wait, shouldn't we introduce ourselves? Who's in control here?
You.
I am
never
the
videos.
Okay. Welcome to Radicalizing Rednecks with our new internet friends, the Dixiecrat Proletariats, I think. Because Brittany didn't tell us more about it.
Don't say Dixiecrat.
No.
We don't say that word right.
God damn it. Off to a bad start. Sorry, guys. We're horrible. I don't know why you guys want to do this with us.
I mispronounced it, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. It's Sean, not Shane.
It's like looking in a mirror. This is crazy.
It is. It really is. It is.
I'll cut all this out. I'll cut all this out.
No, fuck that. It stays in.
This is amazingly Florida right now.
Dictatorship of Big Tim now.
I love it, dude. I'm down for the dictatorship of Big Tim.
But I guess in theory, this is Radicalizing Rednecks, and then y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, we can do that.
Fuck.
So, my name's Nelson, and this is we're Dixieland of the proletariat.
Close.
Not really. Not even. Not even.
You said Dixiecrats.
Of the
It's not 1961.
I'm fucking aggravated. My back hurts.
I almost just want Nelson to be the leader. He
you
seems
know what,
like
Nelson,
a good
you're
leader.
in charge now.
Yeah.
You're the big one of y'all, I'm guessing. So you be in charge.
From what I've heard, he seems like a great leader.
Nelson's only in charge because the rest of us don't know how to talk properly.
Like I do.
Same.
Like I
We
do.
did the opposite.
No, Nelson is the one who says he's in charge. I'm the one that does like the scheduling and like getting the show ideas now.
Wait, that sounds like me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God!
It's really
podcast.
I'm just.
We already know because of Star Wars and Kohi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all
I'm
we
just the
talk
front.
about.
The real power is Kaiza and Tommy, but I'll let them introduce themselves. So.
Yeah, I'm Kaiza, and Tommy has yet to unmute himself.
Earlier.
I was waiting for you. I would never interrupt a lady.
Oh, thanks
I
for the
will.
first time in our friendship.
It really is looking at bizarre versions of us, though, isn't it?
Oh my
It
God!
really is.
dude.
Holy shit.
Are you guys lined up on the screen by your twin, like I am?
Oh my God, I totally should. I'll go under Uncle Big Tim.
Yeah. Mine's lined up.
It should be swapped around a little bit. But I
Perfectly.
mean,
Hold on, you keep moving, Tim. God damn it. All right, there we go.
just change your shit to gallery view. That's how you fix that.
Oh yeah.
Nelson doesn't know anything about this, okay? Don't
Yeah,
expect
Nelson
him
is
to
a
understand.
Oh,
boomer.
now
Me
it's
neither.
perfect. Now it's perfect. We're all underneath our person.
Nelson is a boomer at heart. He
I am. I'm a boomer at heart.
If you knew how many times Sean called me a boomer,
You are
Might be about the same amount
I
of times
hate
to call
y'all.
Nelson one.
damn it. Should we
But,
talk about something meaningful, maybe?
And then that's Tommy. He's our engineer. He does all the mixing and mastering and all that good stuff.
Nice.
And our resident
dude.
troll who gets my blood pressure way too high.
Our engineer ain't even on here. We just sent it off to Crespo.
Oh shit. Y'all fancy.
Yeah, we're very fancy. We've been
Yeah.
very fancy for a long time.
Crespo said
But-
he was about to send out a PFT media newsletter, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
I can't
Podcast
even get these
network.
guys to like talk on the Discord most days, much less newsletter. Are you kidding?
Oh, we got to make one of them.
That's going to be
I'm
me.
so busy.
We have
Oh, I
to.
forgot.
We got to make a Discord.
We
Somebody's
just
got to
made
be a
one, so-
Discord manager. Not me.
It's a game changer.
I'm the one that's on it all
Is it-
day, so I'll do it. So whatever.
All right. Is it a game changer?
Get John, get
It's a
fucking
game
do it,
changer.
motherfucker.
I don't
Uh,
understand it. Explain it to a boomer.
I
I'm
already
a
said it's like
boomer.
IRC.
Kaiza, do you want to take this? Because I'm a boomer.
Oh, okay. Discord is a live messaging chat site, kind of. You can organize like video channels and audio channels and channels for all kinds of your different like subsets so people can live chat in there. That's that.
How do
Yeah,
you
but
get
we
people to come to your Discord. Though?
you have to give them the
Yeah.
link.
We have to
Yeah,
give
You have
them
to say, "Hey, I like you. You can
But
come
when you
in."
give them the link, how do you get them to come? You know
Trust
what I
me,
mean?
Oh,
they want
shit.
if they
They have to
ask for the
click it.
link, they're coming. Like they're like, what the
It's like
You're
Only-
basically
it's like
asking me like,
OnlyFans.
how do I make them like me?
Go
Like,
to
I
my
don't know how to
TikTok.
yeah,
answer
like
this.
that's
Go
what
to my
she's
TikTok
asking.
right now.
That's literally what she's asking. That's literally what she's asking.
Yeah.
She's literally asking how do you get people to like her. And that literally is what she's asking.
Go to my TikTok right now and look how many followers I have. Go look at my last YouTube video. Look
Oh
how many
boy.
views it
Oh
has.
man.
Anyways, I don't know.
Her
This
family's
is
done a
already
number
like
on her.
100 times better than a lot of other stuff we've been asked to be on because it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, this podcast is supposed to be funny.
No, right? Ours is too.
I don't know why I'm here.
I say that now because we don't make jokes. Just like all this shit's depressing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch y'all's TikToks are pretty funny.
Y'all
Yeah.
think
Tim's
the
Well,
one where she
I
the one
found
she chops up.
I found the chopped up one first, and then I found one of your truck rants, and I was like, this guy's awesome.
I told him a million times to
you-
do truck rants and people would love him.
It was the
Well, yeah, but you can't do truck rants on there. You can only do a minute at a time.
exactly.
I've been doing, and also I don't have any fucking air conditioning.
You talked about that
Like, in
in
a
the truck
month.
rant. You're like, I don't see
I
why.
did.
I don't see why these like white dudes in their like brand new Ford F-150s are ranting about this shit. I got my broke down Ranger. It's been like rebuilt 5 times.
It's an F-150,
there you
friend.
go.
I can't fit.
How
no
fucking dare you,
Got out
Nelson?
of-
I
How
was about to
dare
say,
you?
I have a full-size
It's a
pickup
Ford
truck, sir.
fucking Ranger.
I drive a full-size pickup truck. All right,
Ain't nothing wrong with little Danger Ranger.
there is, but I drive a full-size pickup truck, sir. It's very important to my identity that I let everyone know that I drive a
As a
full-size
southern,
pickup truck.
as a southern male, I drive a full size pickup truck. I do declare, and no Yankee Devil's gonna take that from me.
I will
Well, I
say,
mean,
like,
actually, a Yankee Devil will probably take it from me, but
like the one gender role that's been in my family so far is that my dad has had the F-150 and my mom had the Ranger.
Hell
that makes sense. That makes honestly perfect sense.
My mom's a
it's,
rich
you
white
know,
woman, so she drives a Suburban.
The number one car of people alone in the drive-through Chick-fil-A.
Which is 100% true for her.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's funny that video went viral there, right?
Yeah.
Me just being stoned in the Joanne's parking lot, and I think it only went viral because I didn't have anything in my bio. I just had its Big Tim Murphy as a joke or whatever. That's literally all it was because I didn't think no one was watching the fucking TikToks, but she kept telling me to do them or whatever. And a guy named Daniel Dennis, who's the reason why I'm radio famous, their show, Tom and Dan from down here. He didn't want to meet up at a distance or whatever because something was happening. So I was like, fuck, I got time to kill in the Joanne's parking lot and the weather was nice. So I just started talking shit about rich people in their trucks idling because I was watching a dude in the F-250 across. Yeah, I was watching a dude in the F-250 just sit there for the same amount of time I was. And I was like, I'm doing this for free getting high. What the fuck are you doing, guy?
Did he have the wraparound sunglasses at least?
Yeah.
He did not. He did
Oh,
not.
What
He
damn.
did not.
What are those new ones that like all the EMS people wear? Like it's the really big, were they Raptors or something? Like the really big like
Yeah.
douchebag shades. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I wear safety goggles. I got I wear like the darkened safety goggles sometimes.
I wear the They Live glasses. That's what I wear.
I see the ideology for what it's worth.
Man, we've been radicalizing her. She's the redneck we're radicalizing on this.
Hell
This is
yeah.
the
Hi.
whole point
One
of
at a
this.
time. We're gonna get it there.
I'm pretty much just a California liberal.
Space
Right?
Yankee. Yeah. Yeah.
Space
Yankees.
Yankee.
She's a space Yankee. That's why I call people from California space Yankees.
Space Yankees? Oh my god. So where y'all based out of mostly? Like where do y'all-
Orlando, I say.
Give or take, yeah. Like
Yeah, pretty
technically
much.
I live in Sanford.
There
but,
you go,
like,
Kai.
People of my own home.
I know.
I've been
Mhm.
away
I
from
claim-
home for so long.
Orlando's
Born down
shit.
here?
Come
Yeah.
back, Disney needs you.
Where are you
Kai,
from down here?
No.
Oh no, you have to
No.
hear this. You have to hear these rants
Wait,
in the back.
Kai specifically
Park.
mentioned what was that thing you mentioned that they mentioned that you were like, and I had no idea what you were talking about.
I-4
No,
eyesore.
well, there was two things. I listened when Nelson got the invite from you guys. I didn't know you had a podcast. I'm sorry. So I
That's
went and
fine.
found it so I
didn't know
could
y'all
listen
had
to
a
it.
podcast.
I went to find an episode so I can listen to it, and I'm scrolling through trying to figure out which one I want to watch. And I see in the description of one that says that Florida is like a microcosm of the entire United States, and I'm like, somebody gets it, because Florida has like so many different like stratus of people, of races, of like all kinds of things, just all in one state. And then somebody mentioned chicken tender pub subs, and I almost started crying.
That's a signature.
Florida is like the Earth's crust. It keeps going
It
and
is.
going.
Yeah.
Florida's the
No,
magma.
My family, so I lived in Orlando for 21 years. Kind of between Kissimmee and Orlando, and that no man's land at Lake Buena Vista, Lake Buena Vista, and then
Yeah, Disney.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way the fuck out there. There's nothing near that. Well, there's stuff. They're building some stuff out there now.
well, yeah, because everybody had to drive so far to get to Publix's and everything.
True.
But
And
Where
Goodie's
have you been?
closed.
Where I
We've
lived
been
at,
between-
4 Publixes within a mile radius.
I love
yeah,
Publix.
so where my parents' house is, there's literally like 4 Publixes within about a 5-minute drive. Because this is the rich area of town now.
I lived on a street that had a 7-Eleven at the end of both sides of the street.
Hell yeah.
Both ends of the street.
I live down the street
That's the
from
most
Circle
Jacksonville
K.
thing you said.
I got
But that was in Winter Park, Sean. That was in Winter Park.
Winter
a
Park has
Publix right around the
multitudes.
corner. I got a
Winter
Publix
Park
right around
is-
the corner from me, and I love it.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
best.
I mean, if you need a sandwich, if you need some hard-boiled eggs, or
If you
everything.
need some King's Hawaiian bread and some
Yeah.
soup out of a bucket.
Right.
But you're going to pay 15% more than anywhere else for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
And
Look,
100% more judgment from people they're shopping there.
I'm sorry, Tim. Aldi is too far away. It's
Yeah,
15
I have an
minutes.
Aldi
from
right
me.
next to me because I live in the poor part of town, friend.
You live in Sanford.
I live in the
I
poor
live-
part of Sanford.
I live in the poor house in this neighborhood.
so like honestly, when I would go home to see my family, my mom was working in Kissimmee, like way out in Kissimmee, and it was like an on-site kind of job where they had like a refrigerator and everything. So I would go shopping for her, and I finally went to a Publix like I remember from when we first moved to Central Florida, where it's like the lights are still yellow, nothing's been updated on the inside, the
You need a
linoleum is
Winn-Dixie?
kind of gray. Yeah, basically.
That's where I shop right now because there's a Winn-Dixie like right down the street, and Publix is kind of far away. But Winn-Dixie's pretty cool.
When you
I do
can
miss
afford
Piggly
like
Wiggly.
a $12 sandwich.
Wait, we never had Piggly Wiggly.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
no,
we-
the Win.
Oh yeah,
the-
we did.
I'm
way back
40
in the day.
years old. We had Piggly Wiggly.
When?
So the Winn Dixies in Montgomery, where Tommy and I are, they all closed, and they expanded the Piggly Wiggly. So now we got mostly just Piggly Wigglies,
Piggly
Walmarts,
Wigglies.
and Publix.
Oh god.
Dude, Piggly Wiggly meat is not even. Oh my god, that shit's awful.
Piggly Wiggly is the best.
It's from a bug.
It really is.
It is.
Piggly Wiggly
It's
meat
roach
sounds like it's
meat.
coming from a thing called a Piggly Wiggly.
And
Like it's not even a pig.
Sounds like something from
My-
Star Wars.
My friends up north don't believe me when I tell them that we got Piggly Wiggly. So every time I see like a Piggly Wiggly semi, I like take a picture of it. And I have a TikTok video now. It's like, you know what you blue state liberals will never have? The goddamn Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
They won't. They won't. They'll never have it. I grew up in a neighborhood that had Piggly Wiggly that was replaced by a Food Lion.
Oh my
Right?
god.
Oh my
And
god.
then the
Food Lion was
Food
my jam
Lion,
of the day.
the
Yeah.
Food Lion, the Puerto Rican market across the street from the Food Lion got caught by Channel 9 stealing the old Food Lion meat and bleaching it and then selling it again.
Bleaching
And-
it.
Yeah, because it was like expired. So they literally
Oh my
would bleach it to make
God.
it not smell bad or whatever, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that Food Lion waited way too long to get rid of their expired meat. And my crackhead Uncle Tommy, the fat one that we talked about on an episode or two ago that died of like spite, he used to buy that meat for cheap and he was so impressed with it. So impressed with it. Till
Oh
Channel
my
9
God.
come out and said that they were just stealing meat out of the dumpster or whatever. And then
Thanks,
Food Lion
Greg
put a
Warmouth.
yeah,
Good
fuck that dude.
We can't do that now because they'll shoot you if you try to steal food out of
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
them.
Well, they shoot you back then too. They switched. They
For different reasons.
they switched to a Winn-Dixie, and a guy I knew growing up there named Cigarette Man, because he'd steal all the cigarettes.
Because he lived in the X Files.
This is
Well, it
so
was-
southern. I love it.
He was called Cigarette Man because he sold cigarettes for $10 a carton because he stole them from the Winn-Dixie. They worked the overnights,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
and so Winn-Dixie, and this is just talking about the evil of corporations. We'll get back to, I guess, the point of our shows. The Winn-Dixie put in a pharmacy for a little bit, but they raided them for the pills, so they got rid of the pharmacy, right? And they finally switched to a Save Right. Winn-Dixie's an even cheaper brand.
Yeah.
And in the process of doing that, they put in cameras, and they didn't tell them that. So they ended up catching him for $155,000 worth of merchandise stolen because they watched him forever. They waited till they could get him for like a major felony thing. He had a brand new Cavalier though.
17 tons of Winn-Dixie meat.
Yeah, he would steal us. He'd steal us beef jerky and shit too. He was a good dude, all things considered.
Also, like 5 pounds of beef jerky.
Yeah. He told me they used to have fucking cookouts in the aisles.
Oh my gosh.
There were no cameras. There weren't cameras till like 2003.
God damn.
Good Lord. Now I did watch before we get to I guess the point of both our podcasts. I saw y'all were arguing about video games, especially Fallout. Tommy is our video game extraordinaire.
Oh,
You mean the fellow with all the collector's edition boxes on the shelf behind him?
Man,
No, not me. Not me.
Tommy, you've been exposed.
Tommy looks like he's my
PS5.
boy.
He's got a PS5 and an Xbox, whatever the new one is. The one
Damn.
that Microsoft basically sold you a computer tower with an Xbox controller.
And he's eating with fucking chopsticks. I can't do that.
And he's like,
With
he's
a-
like,
like a
he's like
pro.
number
know.
one. He's like number one at Gears of War. So if anyone wants to challenge Tommy to Gears of War, my
Oh,
money's
I
on Tommy.
love
Do you
Gears
see
of
him?
War,
He's
dude.
still fucking eating with his chopsticks rather than saying anything about what Nelson is.
I was trying to bring up
I
something
mean,
that,
what do you
like,
want me to say? I hate it when Nelson does this because he makes me out to be some gaming god, and I'm not. I'm
I
fucking
literally,
trash,
Tommy, I
but-
literally I was at your house earlier today, and I literally saw you take out like an entire squad on Gears of War. The people quit. You killed them so much that the other team just said, fuck it, and left.
Dude, we're
I'm
gonna have to
70%
game
sure I
together.
see a lightsaber behind you, Tommy.
Oh,
In-
oh, it looks like that, but
In-
that's not too far.
I
off.
said 70.
In Tommy's defense, sometimes I make people quit the game too, but I'm not particularly good at it. I play the Call of Duty now, basically with a guy I went to high school with, and then two like 19 and 20-year-old girls that are the exact same as me and my buddy. One of them's tall, one of them's short. Like it's wild. And they have the same personalities. And I was playing the other day with a machine gun that has 200 rounds in it,
Mhm.
and I just come in and hose these people with it because you don't need to aim with 200 rounds. And they got on the chat and they were so upset by that. They were so
That's why we
upset.
need to build back better.
We do need to go back.
Right.
Everyone should have access to belt-fed machine guns with a government subsidy. Where's my money, Joe Biden?
Exactly.
Where's
Wait,
my
so what
machine gun?
is so what does Tommy think? Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas?
Oh, really? I have a hot take on Fallout.
Here we
Apparently I do too, so let's hear it.
Oh
Here we
man.
go.
Okay.
Please
So,
say Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls got period. Let's just say Skyrim and Fallout. Wait. Before
We
you,
are
before you
the
say- wait,
doppelganger.
before you say anything, I equally hate both of those games.
Oh, God.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. They're a shadow of what they used to be. I played Fallout 1 and 2 a lot. And then 3 came out, and it's
Fuck this
like,
guy.
y'all rehash
This
shit.
retro gamer over here.
Retro game. It wasn't retro back then, goddammit.
What are you, a liberal?
You're supposed to evolve with the games, though.
Yeah,
My
I'm
main
fine with
beef-
that. They still make that style of game, though.
My main beef with Fallout, I hate that there's no vehicle system. Like there's no, it's so slow and you have to walk everywhere and it's just so tedious. It's just so mind numbing. It's just
I
Fallout
like
2, you got a
that.
car.
Did you?
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
catch
Fallout 2 is not
it. So
bad.
I don't
Fallout
know.
2, you got a car, and it was a hell of a story to do it. You had to help some ghouls fix a nuclear power plant to get it. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Damn, that sounds like fun.
Oh, it's substantially better. Substantially better. All right.
Wait, so what do you play, Tommy?
I play anything but sports games. Like anything.
Yeah, I
Anything
don't
and
like
everything.
sports.
That means he's bad at Madden.
Yeah. That means I'm
Man,
straight
fucking
trash
suck.
at 2K. I got I'm back.
EA Sports. Tommy doesn't play.
I only
Hard
play
not to blame
Madden
him.
in the way of like a strategy game because I'm not good at it, but I can think strategically about it.
I like to play Madden on super easy, and I make the star person me, but as a quarterback and shit. And like I do Tampa Bay, and I win them the Super Bowl and shit, and I just beat up on teams.
Okay, Tom Brady.
Hey,
Damn.
how the fuck does Tom Brady come back to Tampa in a pandemic year. They're like, what the fuck? Just evil does win, friend. Evil does win. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
Existence is futile. So.
Oh God, here we go. Where's the
It
Oh
is.
no, I'm sorry. I
Black
don't mean to
pill?
doom pill you again. Oh my gosh.
No. I've spent all day going back and forth with a guy that told me I'm a bad Quaker because I don't want people to live in poverty.
What?
I had to block the guy on the TikTok. His like people were dunking on him so hard.
There's only
Right? I was just like, friend, you're just getting ripped apart. Just getting ripped off.
People
Just
are
getting
just
ripped
stupid.
up.
there's only
Oh,
one
I
bad
know.
Quaker in history, and that's Richard Nixon.
And he wasn't even actually a Quaker. His parents were just Quakers. Quaker.
Oh,
It's not like Jews. It doesn't.
And
It's
at
not a
least he
blood
did the
thing.
EPA.
It's not a blood
Doesn't-
thing.
It doesn't go down through a bloodline.
No, you got to become a member. I mean, you can be a so I'm a Quaker. I joined as an adult. I know a fella, like there are people that are, you can be born into Quakerism, but like the big part of the non-traditional like program meeting is you have to want to be one. You're not supposed to convince other people to be Quakers. You're not supposed to try to get other people to be Quakers. You have to want to be one, right? Nixon also, I mean, I got very complex feelings about Nixon.
Yeah, it sounds like AA. Quakers sound like AA. You walk in and be like, "Hey, my name's Nelson. I want to be a Quaker," and they're like, "Hey, Nelson."
Yeah, it pretty much is that. And it's like write a letter to two real old men, and then they'll have a clearness committee about it. But even if you're not a member, you can be an attendee. It doesn't like there's literally no
Yeah.
difference other than you get a like with my meeting. The difference between being an attendee and a member meant you got a name badge with your name on it.
Oh shit.
But if you were an attendee and you came a lot and you asked them, they would just make you a badge that had the exact same thing.
Do you get it? Do you get a percentage of the royalties from Quaker Oats?
No, they just stole the likeness.
So many O'Meal.
Has nothing to do with us.
Damn.
Nothing to do with us. Completely nothing to do with us. I wish though. That'd be tight as fuck. I just steal oatmeal all the time. Just get my dividend check in advance. Stick it in my pocket from Publix.
Yeah, put that in some cookies and some chocolate chips. It'd be good.
This sounds
So-
so much
Sounds
better
awesome.
than being scared to death at a tribulation house to be saved. That's what happened. That's
Oh,
what
I've-
happened to me.
I read Left Behind.
Yeah, I had to watch it in high school. I had to watch the movie. Isn't
Oh
that the
my
movie
God.
Left Behind?
Did
I
you
wasn't
go
in
to a-
high school when that movie
Did
came
you go
out,
to a
so-
Catholic school?
I went to a Baptist Christian school.
Tommy,
Oh,
Tommy and I both went to a Catholic
to-
school.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Did they tell you guys that hell, like Halloween was like the holiday that they eat children and
No.
summon demons from hell?
No, it's all we always it's All Saints Day. You should go to church. I remember one time I got dragged to church when I wanted to go trick or treating. I was like,
That never happened to me.
yeah.
I went to a private Christian school for like kindergarten for just a little bit. My mom used the proceeds from drugs money to try and do this. So like she wanted to pretend we were fancy, right? And I think she might have got money from my grandma Murphy, right? But I got pulled out after I told her she was going to hell because she smoked.
Damn, she
Did
didn't
you
like
wanna-
that.
Well, that's the reason she gave. It could have just been she couldn't afford it no more.
She
You know,
told you
it's-
that was it.
Well, yeah, it's hard to tell with it, or you know, which was the truth and which was the lie. But either way, I did almost get confirmed into the Methodist Church. Weirdly enough, when the Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl that first time, it was that year, right? Because I missed the confirmation meeting because of the NFC Championship game, so they rescheduled. The whole reason why I didn't become a confirmed Methodist at 14 or whatever is because Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. And then the meeting, so we missed 2 meetings in a row of the confirmation thing. And I've talked about it on the podcast before. It was the time I did the stereotyping exercise in the workbook.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
I clipped
'Cause
that, but I
the
can't
guy-
remember if I released it.
I didn't even
shit.
go to
All
school.
right.
My bad.
Well,
I was homeschooled.
oh,
The guy gives us his
Oh.
workbook and he tells us, by the way, the pastor's name was Harry Mann, for real. That was his real legal name.
yeah.
Was Harry Mann, right? I'm not even shitting y'all. I'm 100% true, right? And the first question I ever asked him was like, how does he, as a reverend, feel about evolution, right? So already I was a little bit of a shithead, right? Was not taking the shit serious, but my grandma wanted us to go. But he gave us all this workbook and it was like, rank people's degree skills based on their name, right? And I was like, No.
Race
this
science
was-
for names.
Yeah, it was like, you know, put their level of education and stuff next to their names. Like one of them was like Winston the Third or whatever. And I was just like, but
Pen.
the
We
whole
need a
fucking,
calipers to see how many vowels are in this name.
Was there a Tyrone on there?
there were several very stereotypical, just all kinds of names. And but the section of the workbook was about stereotypes. So I picked up on that we weren't supposed to do that right away, right? And I was the only one that didn't do it among these, well, basically upper middle class white kids. But I was not an upper middle class.
We want to teach you all about recognizing stereotypes by participating in them first.
Well, his whole point was the gotcha of like, don't do that. Like you're not, you know,
Yeah.
that's the gotcha of it. I just saw the gotcha in advance, and I was like, no, no, I've never met any of these people. I mean, I know a crackhead named Dragon's Vest. All right. If I told you that I was going to introduce you to someone named
What
that
quest
called
is he to give me?
exactly like I told you, hey, you want to meet my friend Dragon's Vest, right? You might be thinking someone wearing a vest with a dragon on it, or maybe a Renaissance fair weirdo. No, it's just a crackhead. And that's his superhero name. Because
And now you live in Sanford,
Yeah, now I live. Well, I'm that's Union Park. That's where I'm from.
which is the Sanford of Orlando.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much. Well, his idea, he was Dragon's Vest because that was his crime fighting name. And he was going to fight crime by climbing up in trees and attacking other crackheads, and he was going to smoke up all the crack so there'd be no crack.
Welcome to Florida, guys. Welcome to Florida. We made it.
I'm completely serious. That is completely what his plan was.
I don't know if
Literally-
you guys have ever seen this movie.
Oh god.
They was shown enough. It's about this black karate fighter, but that's all I can imagine. This crackhead.
I haven't seen that. I want to
This
now.
crackhead was very white.
That
Yeah.
wasn't even Master Legend.
Very white.
He probably listened to
Very
Coheed and
well.
Cambria.
I don't think he did.
All right.
A lot of rush.
We've completed
Yeah,
Brittany
definitely
Bingo
Rush.
tonight.
Yeah, a lot of rush. They
ding,
like
ding,
that
ding,
prog
ding.
rock band. Well, he was also his other
Wait,
name was
Coheed and
Singer
Cambria
Band.
is New Rush. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No.
We
So
saw
many
that, Tim.
people say that.
You found the fan over here. Look, I didn't have the strength to come out and say to Tommy, you got terrible taste in music, but
Wait,
First of all,
Tommy likes Coheed and Cambria?
no, I hate Coheed and Cambria, but I do
man,
like
fuck
Rush.
y'all, I'm out. I'm
Rush
sleep
is
later.
great. What is wrong with? How do you not like Rush?
Rush is
I love
libertarian. How can you love Rush?
Yeah, Tommy.
Look, Rush is
Closer
amazing.
Bring
to the
art from
free
the
market.
you,
Exactly.
like Tommy, you, a black man, are looking at an indigenous woman in the face and asking, why don't you like Rush? Like, this is the weirdest conversation I could imagine for tonight.
You mean you don't like
Yeah,
that?
that's
You don't like it?
Who would have fucking guessed?
You guys are trash.
Damn.
Pretty much. Yeah, you're not wrong.
No,
not wrong.
I was talking to my podcast. I was just letting them know.
Oh yeah.
No, you guys are cool.
No, I just want to point out to Nelson and Tommy, because y'all are all like, you and Tyler and Tommy are all based in Montgomery, and I'm the only Floridian. How does it feel to be on the other side of it right now?
I thought Alabama was fucked up.
Y'all got no
Florida,
idea.
Alabama was fucked up too.
Well, I mean,
All right, so what's your favorite ride at
too.
Magic Kingdom?
Why Magic Kingdom? It's not even the best park.
Well,
Splash Mountain.
no,
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you.
Brittany just wants to get canceled so hard.
This is why we edit the.
Do you want to say Splash Mountain before they get rid of the Brer Rabbit shit, or do you want to say?
But they're replacing it with Princess and the Frog, aren't they?
No, but
which
here's
is
the thing.
so much better that we're gonna have.
And we
another-
went
we're gonna have
over
a black
this. They
story
made
in
her
there, which is
goddamn
not even
frog
allowed
for
to be
80% of
black.
the fucking movie.
That's
Song
what
of
I'm
the South
saying.
wasn't
I'm
that
fucking
bad,
over you.
right?
I was so mad about that fucking movie. They made her a fucking frog the whole goddamn time.
Or are we gonna say
Uh,
Pirates of the Caribbean before they got rid of the prostitute sale?
I didn't know they got rid of the prostitute sale.
Oh yeah, like 4 years ago.
That's why she doesn't go anymore.
I don't wanna get
She
rid of
is now a
prostitution.
character called Red, who is also a pirate. They kept this. They
Oh.
kept the model, or they made a new one, I guess. Did you even know that Johnny Depp is in it now?
Well, I seen that. Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen
My
it in
dad worked
person.
at Disney for almost 15 years, so
I was a PhotoPass photographer at Disney for like a year.
I've been there twice.
I went to Disney. I went to Disney World.
Good
Sucks.
for you, Nelson.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why anybody would want to go there.
Tell us more.
I was little and I liked the monorail.
That is the best ride on property, honestly. It's got
Yeah.
air
The cheapest.
conditioning. It's got seats.
And
You can
that
just
should
sit on it all day. There's hardly a line once you get on it.
and
Me and
that
my
should have been a
friends,
heads up to my parents that I needed to go see a doctor for like mental issues because I like the monorail.
Me and my
was like,
friends did acid and just rode the monorail all night long.
Dude, hell yeah.
It was awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
I was slapped in the face with a flip flop on my own birthday on the monorail.
Damn.
Welcome to Florida.
The only time
Florida
I really-
man.
The only time I really did the monorail, I had pneumonia as a kid,
Oh,
and we couldn't reschedule, so I had to go anyway. So I got a wheelchair. It was pretty cool.
Did you get to
Wasn't
sit
that
up in
bad.
the front cabin?
Yeah, well, we got the wheelchair after we got into the thing. In the monorail from the parking lot.
Yeah,
talking
from
about the
Ticketing
tram?
Center.
Maybe I've never been in a monorail then.
The monorail is the one that is on one rail. The tram is like just the regular
I
little
know what a
train.
monorail is. I just don't know if I've
Asking
been.
you, I'm worried now.
I don't
Did
know.
it have air conditioning?
I think I'm just confusing the parking tram.
In the tram
Monorail's
too.
a ride, not just the thing that takes you into the park.
Kim, you actually did go into the park. You had
No,
you had a fever and you were going delirious.
No, we went in the park. We were inside the park. There's pictures of it. I have memories being in the because we cut all the lines because I was in a
It was-
wheelchair.
It was false memories. They just kept you in the
MK
park.
Ultra.
All we
I'm
had,
not-
we went to Disney for
I'm
20 bucks. All
confident
we did
in
was
my
pay for
reality of that,
parking
friends.
and ride the monorail.
I had to give up a part of my Coke. I was like 13 or 14 when this happened. I had to give up one of my Coca Cola so my uncles could make a mixed drink in the parking lot of the ABC in Kissimmee before we went into the place. I know we went
Shit, you
into.
might
I
have seen one of
know.
my relatives there.
I know. I've been inside the goddamn Disney. I've been in there. I went on rides. I know for a fact. I went into. I've been to Epcot twice.
Have you been
Once
drinking
of
around
which
the
I
world?
remember. Yes, I did, and I it was a regret.
Did you do it with the BDMs?
Yes.
And
Drinking
it was
around
a
the world-
regret.
Yeah, it was a regret because I didn't. I mean, it was so fucking expensive. I left.
Yeah.
I left pretty much sober and pretty much hungry, and I even spent 50 fucking bucks with people buying me shit and giving me shit. That's how much this shit costs.
That's why I don't
That-
drink
Drinking
it.
around
that-
the world when it's like a warm autumn is the worst too. Like
Oh,
I
it's
don't
fucking awful.
drink, but I have watched other people when they're walking around the world drinking all this alcohol when it's just sweltering and humid and they're just kind of processing it so much faster and they're just like sweating out this beer and wine sweat. Oh man.
I hate Disney. Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, so my dad worked at Disney for almost 15 years. I worked at SeaWorld. My mom worked at SeaWorld. My dad was one of the people that opened Universal Studios. Like we are a theme park entertainment family. I spent my entire childhood in these places. I know all the ins and outs. I know everything about the rides because I still go when I go back home. So if anybody needs advice on Disney World, message the podcast because I will give it to you.
All those creepy pastas are like made up like horror stuff about Disney World. Kai's actually writes those.
Because they're all true.
Yeah.
Look,
If you break into the park at night and hide in this ride, you get fucking eaten by a demon.
I know that if you
Well,
go
what?
to Universal overnight and it's like you're working, you can get like 3 eggs scrambled and some hash browns for like $2, and that's pretty great.
That's at the grill.
That's
though.
all I know. At the grill, yeah. Well, I worked overnights and I could go in there because
You worked
that's what I
overnights?
did there.
Don't take that
No,
out of
I didn't
frame
work.
just
I
in
worked
case.
for Universal, not at Universal.
Oh. Because I was
was
a
a
Halloween Horror
contractor.
Nights character for like 10 years. I spent a lot of nights at the grill.
I was making sure the rides
Avoid-
didn't break.
Nah.
I've avoided working at the theme parks my whole life.
I was about to ask,
just
is-
because
Does everyone in this area just always work at those places? It's like the only.
if you're young enough and you need a job, the first place that you go is the theme park.
It was
well, they
the
hire you
easiest
always.
place to
It
get a job.
was.
Yeah.
It was. It's not so much anymore.
My high school was
Uh,
across the street from Universal Studios, literally across the street from
Wait,
it.
you went to
Everybody had
Dr.
jobs
Phillips?
Phillips.
Yeah.
You know Joey Fatone?
Yeah. We had so Wayne Brady also went there, and I was there on a day when he came back to the school and got a hold of the announcements and said, guess what, everybody, we're having ribs and mac and cheese for lunch, and then you hear it like wrestled out of his hand, and he goes, "Never mind," and then hangs up. That was like the highlight of high school for me.
Oh damn. I'm jealous.
I'll reiterate again. That was homeschooled.
And Tommy and I went to Catholic.
Nothing good happened.
I did go to an art school,
mean-
but not Dr. Phillips.
I went to a rich high school till I dropped out.
Wait,
And
you
then-
dropped out?
Yeah, what would you think? I graduated from high school? Why would you get the impression that I ever graduated from high school? When have I
Why
ever
would I
gave
get
you the impression?
that
You have a
didn't?
Ford F-150.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
you don't
But
have a
right.
It's in
Ranger. You must have
1974.
graduated.
You're a semi-successful local comedian. Hey, you got 50,000 followers on TikTok.
That is
That's
true.
true.
Which is all
and you know what?
because of
Heather
me.
has 1 million.
I know.
And the white rapper guy has 800,000. Ben Brainerd has 1.2 million or
Who's the
whatever.
white rapper?
Isaac
Have you
Knox.
tried looking like Jim Carrey?
Yeah, exactly.
Not really. No, I've never really tried that one.
You should do a twerk video, I think.
You know what? If I hit 60,000 or
Do
you know,
the-
no, I'm not gonna say that 100,000. I'll do it.
Hit 100,000. Do the silhouette challenge.
I'll do the silhouette challenge 100,000.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go. It's my official pronouncement here or whatever. If the combined audience of this get me to 100,000 TikTok followers, I'll do the silhouette challenge.
You're supposed to do the Rush Limbaugh thing for 50. You remember
Well,
that?
if you combine your
Yeah,
Was it a
die.
Rush Limbaugh thing?
Where he
if you
stands
combine
up
your
and slaps
50
his ass?
with our followers, you would have 50,001 followers.
There you go.
Oh, God, Tommy.
Fuck y'all. I've seen the numbers on y'all's Patreon.
I mean, I've listened to a couple of your shows. I
Oh.
listened to the most recent one, and then I had to go back and like, oh, Hillbilly Elegy. I have to listen to that one
I know
because I have to
people
listen to
would
every
murder
Southern person listen to that. You
That's my
tribblies,
power thing
anybody.
with this. I still know people who would murder any of you.
I know plenty of people who would murder me. Some of them
Tommy
live
and,
in my house.
Tommy and Kai are waiting to murder me, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I've told him when he comes visit my family out in Kissimmee that we're gonna push him into a swamp and not fish him out.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like my family works at one of the airboat ports in Kissimmee
Which,
for the airboat tours.
That's literally the most Florida person thing I've ever heard in my life.
We are Native American, and they run the Native American village at Boggy Creek airboats.
Jungle
The
River.
most
or whatever?
native thing I can think of is an airboat.
No, at Boggy Creek
I'm
out.
out of this.
out there.
Oh, I have a story I will tell y'all when we're not recording about the Boggy Creek people.
Oh
I
God,
know
yes,
them.
please.
Oh
I
my
know them.
god.
They're so fucking weird. They're so
It's-
weird.
I
The dude
haven't
that
had-
owns that place told me the Iraqi dinar was coming back in like 2003.
Do y'all know who Shannon Burke is? Did we
I've
talk?
been gone for this long.
Did we talk
Oh
about
my
that?
god!
Apparently,
yeah,
yeah.
we should. Well, he's a host on Florida Man Radio down here, if that's still a thing.
I haven't
Uh,
been. I moved away 10 years ago, and I used to go home for about 6 months a year. But because of the pandemic, I haven't been home in almost 2. So
He was on 104.1. He
Oh,
had
really?
like
Talk
drive
station.
time for a while.
Yeah.
And he also would like he's like, hey, co-host, what's going on with that? It was that kind of stuff all the time.
I remember
constantly.
that. I used to listen to Shannon Burke all the time.
We had an awkward phase. We started in October of last year, and then we were in a studio.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Last
So
year was 2020.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I knew
Okay.
exactly what he was talking about.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant
So-
too,
so-
but I had a feeling I was like, all right. yeah.
Shit, it is 2021. Fuck. But like, so, and then we were in a studio and we were like, oh, this is cool. And everything was flowing. And then the pandemic hit. And then we had to like switch to Zoom. And we were like, how the fuck does this work? And we all had to buy microphones and shit. And then, so, yeah. And then it was just free flowing for a long time. And then Tommy was like, I can edit this stuff. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I've had to
I mean,
edit a lot.
Yeah, including me. Just
Is
saying,
it me the most?
accidentally racist? Some of the most accidentally racist shit.
You should listen if you're gonna listen to any episode that like the peak Tommy's like professional editing skills. It's the fan Q&A right before Tyler goes into this story about blind people at this restaurant we used to work at. We had to cut it completely out, and Tommy put elevator music over it. And so then
God.
an old host
man.
and an old host comes in and is like, Tyler, what the fuck? And then it goes right back into elevator music, and it's me going like, all right, Tyler's canceled. We're done.
But
Oh.
the like reason for our show is to radicalize me. So don't I get a pass for asking stupid questions and making stupid comments?
Yeah.
If I'm trying,
yeah,
if
this
I'm
is
you
trying
being
to,
paranoid. I play with my buddy Chemo. I play the Warzone with him, right? And I only play basically. I don't play with any white people really, except for them 2 teenage girls. Which when you say it like that, it sounds
Be
weird.
careful
And
now.
for a little while there,
Nah,
the one guy asked him, and was like, "Damn, you mean Timmy's not black?" Because he saw my TikTok. I've been playing with this dude for like 3 months, like 4 or 5 hours a week, and he thought I was black this whole time.
Oh my god.
act like a real Luigi.
Yeah.
oh God.
So we've never actually met, and we just ruined all of the goodwill we built, friends.
What?
Let's talk about other times I've accidentally used slurs.
Wait, but don't act like you're the only one.
This is now
I
come,
know.
This is now Cumtown.
No, God, the podcast I used to have, right? They started listening to Cumtown, right?
Yeah.
And they started wanting to treat me like Adam from Cumtown,
Oh yeah.
right? Thinking that I would take it like Adam from Cumtown takes
Hold
it.
on, wait 1 second. Tommy, Kai, I would be the Adam if this was Cumtown because Adam's the punching bag.
All right, who's
Okay.
the Nick on your show?
Wait, I'm
Oh,
Adam. Didn't
ooh.
you guys say that I'm Adam?
You're close to
Uh,
it. We don't really have an
who's-
Adam because we don't treat people like
who's
that.
the Nick?
Yeah, we have 2
Who would be-
stops.
We have one other person on the podcast, Tyler, but he's working, so he couldn't come on. I don't know. Who would be Stav and who would be Nick.
I'm a combo of Stav and Nick.
Kai scares me more, so Kai would definitely be Nick. And then,
Yeah.
Tommy is
Tommy
definitely
fucks.
Stav.
Tommy fucks. Stav
Tommy
fucks.
fucks. Stav is
Yeah,
Stav.
you can tell Tommy fucks.
If Tommy was
Yeah.
listening to Tooth, he'd be Stav. He'd be Stav's long lost cousin.
He would. He'd be the non-Greek cousin.
I have worse
Uh,
teeth than Stav, so maybe I'd be in that realm, but we'll see.
I'm missing. I'm about to lose these front 2 here before too long.
You can't do
Wait.
that, dude. We can't sell a Hollywood TV show.
I'll get fake teeth or
We'll
whatever.
have to get you some fake
Are y'all
Yeah,
hoping to
the
sell out
flippers.
Device too? We're hoping to sell out Device.
I'll
like,
suck
on
it.
No, no,
right now.
you're hoping to sell it to
Raycon,
Vice.
whatever. Fucking come on, babies. I'll start
I'm
talking
going
about the
Vox.
government.
I want
Okay,
new lib.
hold on. I'm gonna pitch this to y'all. I gotta pitch it Device, right? Okay, so hopefully in the after time when the pandemic's at least
Use your
settled down,
English accent.
So hopefully after in the after time when the pandemic when the panty is gone,
Nobody calls it that here. I live in England, by the way. That's where I moved to.
I got the fuck out.
Yeah, lucky you.
Sorry, I'm not bitching about chips or fucking mashy peas or whatever. To go
Like, I
by.
don't even use the
Bad.
terms. I think the terms are
Yeah,
stupid
Kai.
too. I don't use them.
Yeah,
I still
mushy
say
peas and a
trash.
K wet.
I still say like chips.
Honestly, the only culture everyone's allowed to appropriate is the English culture.
Like,
We're
the
allowed to
world's
take whatever
village,
part
I
we
they're
wonder
allowed
why.
to.
Exactly.
It's almost like they
we-
appropriated everyone else's.
Yeah, fucking. If I want to be the next queen, fuck it. I'm the queen now. Fuck, I'll take all their culture.
Did she just
I'm an
die?
anti-monarchist. You'd be dead.
When is she gonna die? Like seriously.
Never.
My grandmother,
Probably
who is a
never.
sweet person, is alive. Or no,
When
I'm sorry,
adrenochrome
dead.
gets spiked.
I can't even.
An adrenochrome.
when it gets spiked, you know what I'm referencing, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh
Because
my
if you
God.
didn't,
But
I feel bad. But also, I kind of hope you didn't, because people, it's not good if you know what I meant.
But
folks.
what's Nelson saying?
If you caught that last joke, it's not good. It's not good. Brittany didn't get it. We're not going to
No, I
explain it to her.
did.
We don't wanna
No.
ruin it for her.
Adrenochrome.
No, we can go back to
Okay,
Nelson.
good.
Nelson was
That's some
saying something.
babies.
the adrenochrome. Well, first I
Right?
before I understood what Q was and that bullshit. It's from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
Totally
forgot
made
about
up.
that.
But so you want to pitch device, and we
All right, so,
rudely
okay,
interrupt
so
you
yeah,
by
yeah.
making
I'm
you
pitching
be
it
English.
Device, right? Okay, so granted, we keep the podcast obviously, and then Tommy and I and Kai, if you can come back to the States or however, we go and we interview people across the Southeast, but we interview them at Waffle House.
Ooh. I like that.
right? And
I mean, he's
we can-
pitching it to Vice, but he's actually kind of pitching it to me because I'm
It
in my
has to
head. I'm
be
like,
at,
how do I
like-
do this?
Like 2, 3, 4 in the morning though.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it
that's
can't
the
be
thing. It can't-
daylight.
no,
Yeah,
it's it's gonna be at like 2, 3,
It's-
4 in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
if the
just
the
make
cook's
it you
not
interview
smoking,
the-
yeah, the
you-
cook's
you
not
make it you
smoking black and
interview
mild, it's
the-
done.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, well, that's how you interview him. You interview the cook while he's smoking the black and
Yeah.
mild.
Yeah.
But we would
On
have
the smoke
it
break,
would be
that's
like it'd be like fuck that's delicious, but like only in the South and only at Waffle House. So like Tyler already said I look like Action Bronson because I'm bald and I have a red beard and I'm fat. But like so that would be the things like we would interview
And
people. It
you're
would be like a legitimate. Shut up.
I've never been to Waffle House.
What?
You're missing out, dude.
Oh,
I've
my
only been
God.
once.
Wait. People who
I'm
have
too
never been
bougie.
to Waffle House have never been drunk. Have you never been drunk?
Okay, so
I-
in the order of all
You're
night diners,
assuming
have
I've
you
got
been
the
to
money
Denny's?
for Waffle House.
Wait,
and
yeah,
a ride
wait, hold
there.
on. Have you been to Denny's? Kaiser, have you been to Denny's?
Me? Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Perkins.
Okay.
Perkins?
Yeah.
What else? IHOP.
Yeah.
So
Millions
it's
of
just
times.
Waffle House you haven't
just-
been to.
Why?
There's not one near me. I live in Winter Park.
Oh,
There's one by UCF.
never mind. You can stay out there.
That's
then.
not
That's
near
not
Winter
Winter
Park.
Park.
Yeah, but it's
He
like
lives in the
15
other-
minutes.
No, it's not. It's like 35 minutes. And also, like,
From Winter
Waffle
Park.
House is not worth driving 35 minutes for y'all. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
It's not worth
I'm not-
driving 35 minutes.
Whoa.
Put yourself in danger.
Big Tim.
The
Tam-
Waffle
I'm not
House by
bougie.
UCF is dangerous, friends. It's from
Danger?
it's a neighborhood I grew up in. All right, that's
I'm
where the
not
Waffle House
bougie,
is.
but I live in the bougie part of Winter
Waffle
Park.
Waffle House is the green zone in any bad neighborhood. You don't fuck
the
people
fuck,
up.
you,
at
the
Waffle
fuck you talking about? The parking lot ain't. The
I
back
mean, yeah, you
behind
get
it
out
ain't.
of the pocket.
The Waffle House might be, but the parking lot's not.
Nelson, someone just got shot at the Waffle House up the street from you.
Look, that's in the
Nelson
parking
doesn't go
lot.
to the Waffle House where there's a bunch of
That's-
meth happening in the vicinity.
I really
like-
do because that's the best one though.
I was
Like,
gonna
the
say
one on
those are the
Southern-
only Waffle Houses.
The one on the Southern Boulevard is like on the Mobile Highway. Like that's the good one, but like that's the one where like you won't get out of the parking lot.
Vice is gonna start like writing this like they do with like war reporters. It's like we watched a man outside trying to
I
they'll
just
try to
checked
see
shoot
that
up with a
Waffle
broken
House.
needle.
Watching somebody be shot.
I
I had to check
I
that
have
Waffle House was 20 minutes from my house. So I don't know what
I have
y'all
a
are
press
talking about.
vest on.
Wait, what?
We're here in Mississippi at the Waffle House in Jackson. There's gunfire in the parking lot.
The Armenians are going against the Turkish here.
I mean, that actually could happen. That actually could happen at a Waffle House. Like that doesn't seem too far fetched.
The only thing
Uh,
I want you guys to be more open to like the shitty little greasy spoons that are in places like Ocala and shit like that where
Oh,
Like-
I'm open.
what?
I said I'm open. Yeah. No,
yeah,
that
yeah.
sounds great.
Look, go to those like where the seats are like that 70s kind of plywood that's
Oh my
peeling
God.
away and it's like everything smells like bacon fat because it's like literally like you can lick it out of the air, like those kind of places.
Somehow the cushions are also plastic. That's great. I love
I follow a dude on TikTok that I think is a line cook for one of those places, and it's one of the most satisfying TikToks to just watch this guy flip eggs and bacon and pancakes.
I have never had
60
more
seconds.
food than when I went into one of those places. It's like 3 platters of just fried shit, just fried all of it. And it just makes your morning better.
Yeah.
Remember when you could smoke in the Waffle Houses? Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could still smoke in the Waffle House if you're brave enough.
It's like 3:00 in the morning. No one gives a shit.
Using my waffle as an ashtray.
Yeah.
Here's
You
the
can
real
smoke-
question.
48 different little places.
You can
for my
smoke in
hash.
the Huddle House.
I was about to say, who's been to a Huddle House?
Listen, you fucking revisionist assholes. You heretic revisionist scum.
Hey man, I've only been to Huddle Houses and Waffle Houses at 4 in the morning after my dad.
My favorite book is State and
Racing.
Pancakes.
Stay-
Like Steak and Shake has saved my life several times. So.
Oh, I was
We had-
making a
we
Lennon
had
joke.
we had Steak and Shake, and then they all shut down.
Y'all ever?
They're closed
y'all
here
ever
too.
Y'all ever had tempura shrimp?
Yeah.
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 I promise this is related to this, right? I promise this. Because there in Castleberry, there's a diner that has since been replaced. It used to be called Pistachios, right? And it was like a Greek diner, right? And it was open 24
No,
hours.
that's Patsio's,
And I
dude.
went Patios.
I know
whatever.
the whole. I knew the whole
Whatever.
kitchen staff.
Did you
Dude,
say
Stella,
pistachios?
Yeah, I did say pistachios. I went there one time and I almost
Stella
went
came to my
almost got-
birthday party, bro.
That's me and the Beto's. That's me and Beto's tacos. When
Don't talk about Beto's.
Let me have a cake.
I
party
haven't
there.
eaten dinner
I
yet.
know, I still
All
miss
right,
that
sorry.
place.
Tell me about Patsio's. I love Patsio's.
My uncle
Greek diner.
Bill, who they called him Native American Bill, but not Native American Bill, of course, right? Who was on a robbery crew with my other uncle, right? When he got out of prison, Bill got the harshest sentence of all of them for that armed robbery they did, right? And I wonder why. He's the only non-white guy, but he cooked me tempura shrimp for the first time, and he also took me to that diner because he was institutionalized as a motherfucker. He'd wake up at 4:30 a.m. every morning, no matter what. Like jail, like prison. He was in prison for a long time. He went like 86 and got out in like 2003, right? Well, they caught him with the guns and the money.
Okay.
So, and the van. And we were in that diner, and I wanted to try, and the money, which they'd robbed a guy that wasn't, they thought he was a drug dealer, ended up being an accountant that was telling a girl he was a Quaalude dealer. And Quaalude dealers can't call the law, but accountants can. So they got caught in a way. But we were in that diner, and it was like 3, 4, or it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to try a jam, and the waitress called me fat. And I was in high school, so I mean, I was fat, but like, I was 6'2", 300 pounds, and played football. And she was like, yes, I was fat, but I was also in the best shape I ever been. And Bill almost went back to prison at that. He was like, he used a spoon. He was so fucking mad that woman called me fat.
Hell yeah.
He was so fucking mad. He was like, what did you say to him? He wanted to try the jam. He did it politely. He used a spoon, right? Because I was just going to use my finger, but Bill was like, use a spoon. I was like, okay. So, because I never had everything flavored jam before.
Everything?
So
they had everything flavored?
Yeah, maybe it was marmalade. I don't know. It's a long time ago. It was a little pack of something I didn't go to a lot of restaurants growing up, kids.
How do you marmalade a steak?
I was poor as fuck. We didn't go nowhere. And I was like one of the 6th grade kids. That means you had to pie for fucking everybody. That shit didn't happen. You know what I mean? So the first time I went to a diner I was like 14. I was 15. And yeah, we almost got kicked out. We almost got kicked out.
That was beautiful.
I think they didn't kick us out because they were afraid of Bill.
I love the phrase where it's just quiet and he goes, he used the spoon.
Oh, he was
just
real
that
mad.
clear phrase that comes out of
real mad. He was really mad. He was like very mad. He was very mad. I think what might have set him off was that she called me a savage. And that really fucking pissed him off.
Oh,
yeah, I can relate as a native.
Yeah, I figured you would. You might relate to that. Having spent 20 years in prison, he really wasn't ready for that shit from the middle-aged waitress. So.
Nah, I would imagine.
Jeez.
yeah.
Jesus.
I think he's gonna kill her.
All right, anybody else have some all-night diner stories?
No, I've almost gotten to a bunch of fist fights in movie theaters, but for people talking.
Okay, but
that's about it.
the prequels weren't good, so it doesn't matter. So calm down.
Wait, why would I be mad about
good.
Why would I be mad
I
about?
forgot about the Star Wars bits on TikTok.
I don't
saw
really.
those.
I don't really
love Star Wars.
Yeah, except for the sequels, I hate them.
2 of them were good. 1 of them wasn't.
Wait,
No.
you mean the 3? You mean the 3 that they just released are basically repeats of the ones released in the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fine.
Sean's delusional.
No, they're fine.
And he's just saying that
They're
to piss me
fine.
off.
No, they're fine.
So Sean, you like the beginning of the Seminole Wars episode? We just like went in a rant about Star Wars. Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
My
I like that we're
headphones
known for
broke up.
roasting Star Wars fanboys now. That's a lot of fun.
Well, no, it's the Star Wars fanboys that you find that look like they were, again, like Tim said, Habsburgs.
And white supremacists.
Yeah.
See, she laughed too, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good joke. I've been a fan for a long time.
If you're
That
whiter than a
takes
piece,
layers of history.
if you're
to
whiter
know.
than if you're whiter than printer paper, and you have a fashy haircut, and your eyes are a little too far set apart, I don't really care about your opinion. I'm sorry.
My
Fuck
dick's
that
bigger
guy.
than his
Might make
chin.
me a bad person.
You guys don't know about Star Wars Q?
Star Wars.
I
cube?
never wanted to know.
Wait,
That-
what?
that-
Where
they're
we
gonna-
go Rogue One, we go all.
That they're gonna retcon the sequels, and John Favreau and Dave Filoni are helping to do that.
No, are they
And there's
really?
a war at Lucasfilm between John Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
Oh man.
She's doing a conspiracy theory, much like the Arby's did Waco thing I did.
That was
No!
fucking hilarious.
But this
Yes,
is
That's
true.
the best thing that's ever happened.
Whether it's true or
Wait.
not, this is a real thing.
We have conspiracies too. So
Yeah.
we.
Oh,
I,
God.
Tell us. All right,
Go
let's
on,
get into
Nelson.
it.
okay, here we go. Here we go.
I
Here we
need
go.
some
I am
conspiracies.
proud
Give me
of this.
some, Nelson.
I am proud of this one. Okay, so we
I'll
just
tell you how
started.
Arby's did the 6-day war when this is done.
I have one about the Titanic and how it was an IRA plot.
BDS.
Let's do it.
So we just started a Patreon only episodes, right? So we got 3 out. So we had 2. One, I think the Titanic one's better. But anyway, so the Titanic conspiracy, right, is that it was one. It started with my like unironic hatred of the Irish, and it goes that like I was like, how could an entire island of people starve? Why did they go fish? Then I was like, oh wait a minute, the Irish can't build boats because every time they tried, they sank. And I was like, oh yeah, the Olympic, the Titanic, the Lusitania, the Britannia. I was like, all right. But then when we were like, hold on, wait a minute. Why would the Irish let their own people on the Titanic if they knew they couldn't build ships? And then it hit us that the sinking of the Titanic was an IRA plot, right? And there were no Irish on board the Titanic. There were actually no third-class passengers. They were actually just sacks of potatoes.
Just
and
sacks of potatoes.
Sacks of potatoes
Just sacks
that
of
had
potatoes.
third-class passengers written on it, and they piped in fiddle music.
That seems accurate to me. I can't find a flaw.
And Gary Adams, you can see pictures of him. Him somehow as a time traveler, and other Irish.
Are you talking about the river dance guy?
That would be both. No, the leader of Sinn Féin in the IRA. He
Oh,
they made sure the
okay.
rivets didn't work properly, so when the Titanic hit the iceberg, it just busted and sank. And they were like, "Hey, take that, you British aristocracy assholes!"
Tim didn't see the Ken Loach movie about this.
I didn't see I didn't see that. Is this what Bobby Sands starved for?
Yes.
For you to talk this kind of shit? If the IRA
Sands-
wanted to take out the Titanic, they would have took it out good, friend.
Bobby Sands.
That shit would have sunk real good.
Bobby Sands is in on it.
Everybody would
Bobby
have died.
Sands is in on it. They didn't want the heat because they knew it was going to be a lot of heat, so they made sure that it was like a wink wink thing. Like all the Irish know, and they've kept it from us. The second conspiracy is a Batman conspiracy, and it's that Alfred is not British, he's Rhodesian. And
Oh, God.
he's involved in the Bush War, and he committed atrocities during the Bush War, and Master Wayne keeps him as a war criminal because Alfred is made horrible like weapons of war for the Rhodesians. And so he does that, and that's why Batman's like stuff is all actually Rhodesian war criminal military stuff.
Master Wayne, have you been to the Congo?
It's a better because he could have been a Kenyan. The British genocide Kenyans. That you're literally doing the fucking the Alfred. They stole your idea, friend. They made this the plot.
Oh
of
shit!
the
Alfred was
thing.
actually a war criminal. I was just
they
joking.
No, in the series, they just made a series called Alfred, right? Or like Pennyworth or whatever. It's like it's an Alfred origin story, and he plays a British soldier that did action in Timor or whatever, and in
don't know
the
anything
Pacific
about
and
this.
shit.
Wait,
I'm completely serious.
No,
Rich people doing bad stuff.
your
in
idea,
I was
friend.
just kidding that
They
Alfred
stole
was
your idea.
Rhodesian.
They stole your idea,
Give
bro.
me the blood diamond. Like I was just.
Oh yeah,
kidding.
I know, but I'm just telling you how to make it a more
Holy
believable conspiracy. That way,
shit.
people will believe you. Say that he was a
Or-
Kenyan.
Or
the British government
Elon
did it
Musk's dad.
through.
Oh, he was
No,
involved
because,
too. You forgot that bit, Nelson.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot.
Oh.
Elon Musk's dad financed Alfred's
His emerald
war
mine.
crimes, his emerald mine in the war
I
crimes
mean,
review.
probably yes.
and that's why Bruce like keeps him hidden because Interpol is after Alfred. It's a whole bit.
Well, that's why he
I love
keeps
it.
Batman's secret.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One
That's
hand
how you
washed
can
the
trust
other.
him with his
Quid pro
secret.
quo.
That's how he can trust Alfred with his secret identity
Quid
because he
pro
knows
bat.
that if he gives him up, he'll give him up to Interpol and he'll be motherfucker be at the Hague.
There you go. At the
They'll
Hague,
fucking, they'll fucking treat him like one of them Serbians.
like they ain't gonna slurp down Milosevic.
They'll hang his ass till he dies. Fucking some Belgians been
Master
real mean to
Wayne,
him.
Master Wayne, I was in the Bush War, Rhodesia. Now they call it Zimbabwe, but back when I was there, when it was the white man's Africa, it was Rhodesia.
God,
You want to know a story about Liberia?
Master Wayne, I'm not necessarily a fascist. I'm anti-communist.
It's called nationalism, mate.
I'm like barely hanging on right now.
He's going over her head.
Back to the beginning, go full circle. Like, what did y'all come up with Radicalizing Redneck podcast? Like, how'd y'all start?
I texted Tim.
Yeah, he did. He had my phone number after I had a freak out and didn't want to be famous anymore.
And I had a freak out.
And he had a freak out, but I didn't want to be famous anymore.
Simultaneous freakouts.
Then Minneapolis PD had to fucking be fucking dickheads and fucking and do all that shit. And like, I'm like, because I quit all social media and shit the week before all that, and I was like, I've talked too much shit to not make fun of these racists I know from high school and shit, and like, and so I activated my Facebook again, and plus I got live stream from the Black Lives Matter shit in downtown Orlando and all, so that way people be like, oh, Big Tim was there, and it was like, you know, y'all can come join me, middle class white people that think I'm funny on the radio, and I wanted to do a show. I wanted to read the Communist Man. I wanted to read Das Kapital with comedians, right? Mm-hmm. And that was before I got fired. I got laid off. It was going to be a little, and then I got laid off, and Rona happened, and I wanted to do a political podcast. Brittany knows how to edit stuff and all. Sean wanted to be in on it, and with the two of them, I complete the trifecta of non-white people, and a woman. So there you go.
Really? Just because I can edit? I thought it was because I kept asking you questions all the time and having you explain everything to me.
Well, I mean, that's the actual answer, but I was doing the answer that the only answer you'd accept.
Me?
Yeah, you're the one that always thinks.
I like being the dumb person because then I can just be like, oh yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know anything.
Well, also it's an easier way than just having to explain this one-on-one. Because I radicalized her by teaching her what the School of the Americas was in like 2015, 2016.
We actually need to do an wait, hold on, time out. So would you be able to, I just got an episode idea because that's in Georgia. And so like that'd be a great episode.
In theory, it's in Georgia. They don't ever tell you actually where it's at.
Fort wherever the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's Fort Nowhere.
Fort Nowhere.
I mean, let me read a book or two first, or at least pull out the highlighter once or twice. That way I don't fucking come off just completely. But now, because we were talking about immigration, me and her, and I told her about how I told her what a contra was.
But also, I was still like a brainwashed.
Very conservative.
Not conservative. I don't think I was conservative, but I just grew up around.
If you watch NBC,
depends on who you're asking.
But I don't listen. I don't watch NBC. I don't watch any.
MSNBC.
I don't watch any of that shit.
That was before all that.
Yeah.
But trust me, Sean. Trust me. This was when she was still pretty much Republican. She might have been watching Fox News. Now she's
no. I wasn't watching Fox News. The people around me were watching Fox News and feeding it back to me, while I just watched Star Wars the entire time.
Well, I basically just had to pull her back from her thoughts of immigration before I quit the project I was on that she was doing.
And that I was
that she put together. She was directing everything for her. I was like,
I was kind of testing you though too, because I was like, I don't know anything about this guy. Let me test the waters. Like every BDM probably does.
Yeah, and some of them find out real quick I don't tolerate that shit.
But it was clear that I didn't want to be a Republican anymore. I was just confused. I didn't know anything about. I didn't know anything.
That's true.
You're just walking around, like wandering around, be like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to believe?
And then I moved to California, and I was like, oh, these people are way different from me. What's the disconnect here?
And I didn't want to poison my brain by myself. Also, I didn't want to book new comedians every week. That shit sounded exhausting.
Oh Lord!
Like I was like, oh hell, because I tried a couple of them, and it was like, oh, this is exhausting. Booking comedians is exhausting.
Yeah. Booking in general is horrible, and I'm like, I told Kai this. I was like, thank God, thank you for helping, because it was almost on the verge of like ripping what little tiny bits of hair I have left on my head out, because like booking is the worst part of podcasting.
No, they asked me, how do we get more women and non-binary people on? And within like a day, I said, I have 6 people like ready to go.
Damn.
All you had to do was add somebody who knows them.
How do we get more people on that aren't bald and have beard? White.
Oh
I
man,
was gonna say Tommy has
I'm
hair.
not- I'm not
I don't know
showing
what you're talking about.
What,
Hey,
there's
you're
a
a bald
TikTok.
bearded guy, Sean.
I know.
There was that TikTok was like, I want to shave my head, but I'm afraid I look like a Nazi. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I feel you.
Why do y'all think I keep my hair long?
Mine completely fell out, and I was like, all right, here's my one socialist flag. Here's another socialist banner. Here's some books. My hair fell out. I couldn't help it. I'm not a Nazi.
I'm gonna take the picture of me with a mustache from 2006 and short hair and show y'all that here in a minute. While y'all tell me how your podcast came about, I'm gonna find that picture.
You could be like, I'm Tyler Childers' cousin.
Yeah, you do look like Tyler Childress.
I think he looks like me. I'm older than that fucker.
There you go.
Are you?
I love him though. He just did that long violent history
Oh my
where I
god,
need
it
to
was
actually listen
so
to.
good.
Um,
That song
kinda-
gives me chills.
some of that kind of stuff I have to temper because I start going, well, John Brown wouldn't understand why I'm still alive. And then, that leads to a dangerous path.
Hell yeah.
What's in Harper's Ferry right now? I
Not
don't
me
know.
not me and my sons. That's for a fact.
Yeah.
Not me
You
and my
and your-
podcast fans.
10 sons that are named the same.
Oh, this is gonna be too fucking
I
blurry.
can't, yeah.
I realize
Send it
this
to us
now.
in the Facebook chat, and I'll bring it up.
I'll send it to the yeah.
Yeah.
I can pull it up easy.
But wait, you guys didn't give us your story. How did you guys start?
Oh, so in like 2019, like September-ish, I was listening to a lot of the hell is that? Oh, the racers outside. I was listening to a lot of this podcast, Pros of the Round Table, and I was like, I could do that. And I got Tyler and someone else that we worked with that's no longer on the podcast. We got them all together. And I was like, hey, I really got tired of half my family's from New York and half my family's from the South. And so oh my
Oh my God.
God damn!
10 out of 10.
Holy
Baby
I'm gonna buy
Rush
ambergris
Limbaugh.
from that guy.
You look like every football coach.
Yes.
Like the quarterback from when I was in high school. Oh, no,
Oh
no.
my
Which one?
God.
His name
You
was
look
Big
like-
Red.
You look like
you look like you can't. You look like you can't stand having a gay son. Like,
I was gonna say you look like every sheriff's deputy or every.
Yeah, dude.
I did. I did. I'll find a better picture of it in a minute from that
Oh my
time.
god.
You're listening to a lot of round table of the polls.
Yeah, the polls.
Sorry, I just got a speeding ticket.
God damn, I keep
Uh,
fucking this up.
a lot of polls at the round table, and I was like, I could do that. And then, like I said, half my family's from New York, half my family's in the South. And when I would go up north to work and whatnot, I would get all these stupid questions like, do you fuck your cousin? Do you know the Klan? I was like, I'd be like,
my cousin.
yeah, I'd be like, the relationship I have with my cousin is strictly platonic, and I know what platonic means. It means I fuck my cousin. So
I can't spell it, but
so basically, I was like, I really want to do a podcast that like shows the South like different than what people think the South is. Like everyone thinks it's like a monolith of like really shitty racist white people, and it's like it's not. And so we started doing history. The first episode we did was Blair Mountain and coal mining in
rad.
general and Blair Mountain, and then we did the Battle Horseshoe Bend, and then we did an episode on how Monsanto poisoned the entire town of Anniston, Alabama. And then it built from there. And then we got I brought Tommy on because Tommy and I have been friends for like 15 years with the high school together. And then we brought someone else on who should not be named. And we basically grew from there. We kept getting people that wanted to come on and do interviews. And so like we had all these people come on and do interviews. And, like we had like a black trans activist in Tallahassee come on and talk about mutual aid stuff going on there. And then we had an inmate come on and talk about the struggles of Alabama prisoners. And then we had Kai would come on because Kai messaged me like after the second episode being like, listen, you bunch of crackers, you better not fuck this shit up. We talk about Native history. And then
yes.
Kai came on and was like, holy shit, we just learned a fuck ton. And so we had that. We had our friend Mia with Yellowhammer Fun would come on and talk about abortion rights issues, and it just grew and grew and grew. then the two co-hosts that we kicked them off because we didn't like them for a number of reasons, and now it's the four of us we have now, and it's basically grown into something that like now people recognize us on social media and be like, hey, I listen to your podcast, and I'm like, cool, I don't know you. You have like 20,000 followers on this one social media thing. That's fucking great, you know. But so it's getting pretty big. People we have like 45,000 downloads in all the
Damn.
continents, and so like we're on all
45,000 more times our downloads.
hell yeah. We
People
One of
like
the-
us on
Long
TikTok.
time.
That's it.
I haven't looked in a long time.
one of the one of the big ones, one of the big things that happened, I think was kind of cool because I never thought this was going to happen, is we did episode on No Evil Foods and how they bunch of union busting like fake
Oh, they fucking suck.
yeah, they suck. And then that got into Vice News, and like Vice did like a whole write up on it. And so like it's getting pretty big, and it's getting fun. It's back to being fun again. For a long time it wasn't fun, but now I have people that I actually like doing the podcast with that aren't shitty. And so
The only way to do this with them two, it's draining as fuck talking about political issues.
Yeah.
Like,
basically it's like, you know, it's Southern working class history and current events through a leftist perspective. So it's basically what you should know about the South that's not either taught in like mainstream media type stuff or what you learn in history books.
Nice.
Alright.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
you want to see here, learn this in a history book.
That guy's gonna sell me
That's
some
the-
ribs.
Looks like you're about to start jerking off, dude.
That's the Florida man picture they'll use.
God, you look like you belong in Super Troopers.
Go back to, oh my God, you look like Farva.
I do.
God damn.
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
That's the last time I
Have
cut
you-
my hair, by the way.
Have you found that one TikTok? I forgot what his name is. I think it's Matt or something. It's like, hey, I'm Matt, and this is Walking While Fat. I'm like, you're my hero, dude. I love your page.
I have not. I gotta make sure we don't end up with that's a Troutdale, Oregon Motel 6 that had a tree in it.
That's a handsome fellow right there.
Go back to the other one, the one before that one. Yeah, that
The
no, go
lollipop?
back. Yeah, no, the other one, the one where you're looking down. You look like a boomer that's opened your front camera.
Oh, very much,
Yeah.
very much so. Because
That was-
I did just open my front camera.
This
That's
is
a new
giving
phone.
me divorced dad who's on a dating site for the first time in
Yeah.
like 10 years.
That's pretty much what this was.
That's Tim's CPAC 2021 photo.
Oh my God. That one's like, I just showed you my dick. You need to respond.
This is
Show Bob.
Big Tim if I didn't turn left at 21. This was me. This is what I'd be if I was that.
Oh my God.
That's me eating a lollipop, and then I think that's me buying a van that people thought I bought the house. It's me and a dog.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. That's me
Oh,
and strip.
Tim,
All right, this isn't going on Twitch.
I gotta believe that. God damn it.
Hell yeah, Tim. Who was that?
That's Scarlett. She's a good friend of mine. So
Hell
that,
yeah.
that van belonged to a buddy that died, and I took that vacation because a buddy died, and I was like, you know what? I need to take more pictures with my friends in case I die or they die, right? Hell, a guy I know today just died. I've known since
Damn.
I started counting. I mean, I don't say that dismissively. Like, we're not close anymore. And I've had other people. Again, on the scale of people I've known die, this guy is not going to land on the top 20 even, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Eric. RIP to you and all. You were a good guy and such, but not even the top 20 deaths that affected me mentally. But man, though, that hurt. And I told Scarlett had a divorce party, right? And she invited me, so I come out, and it was me and then a bunch of people from the titty bar that I eventually ended up working out in front of. And I was like, well, hey, I want to get a picture before I go on vacation and stuff. And I don't know when I'll see y'all again. And I told her, hey, you want to put your top on first? She's like, no. I was like, well, I mean,
Which titty bar did you work at?
Dancers Royale.
Dancers.
I worked in front of it, yeah, at the taco cart. But I was like, I was really kind of thinking I'd put these on the wall and all. And
I was excited. I thought you worked in front of Rachel's or something.
now,
Hit the big
my
times
friend was a
like that.
dancer at
Wait.
Rachel's.
Okay, before we go any farther, do you know about Rachel's new chef?
No.
The guy one of the top chefs in Orlando just started. Like, there's a whole. I'll send it to everybody later.
Wait,
But
just
he's
so
just-
people don't know. Rachel's is a titty bar that's also a steakhouse.
Yeah,
Oh,
With
no,
a
but
big
they also
purple
hire-
neon sign that you see when you're driving away from the
Oh
airport.
my god!
They also
No, there's
the one
not-
in Castleberry. The one in
Yo.
Castleberry has one of the top chefs in Orlando.
I'm totally
And
going
Like
there.
The food at the one in
literally top
Castleberry's-
chefs in Orlando.
I've been to one in Castleberry a bunch because Chemo used to go there all the time back in the day. One time I was in there and the girl was like, "You're not a cop, right?" And I was like, "I'm too fat to be a cop." And then she put her titty in my mouth.
Whoa.
It's the law to do that now.
My brother sent me it earlier, and it's like amazing that it's like
Oh, they got good food.
what they're
up there.
doing. Their food is awesome.
They do
Can you
have
get
good food
food
up
and
Or
not
looks
look
awesome
at
at
titties?
least.
Or do you have to look at titties the whole time you're eating your
I
steak?
mean,
It's like a smoking and non-smoking section. It's like a titty and non-titty section.
Yeah, is there a non-titty section? I don't want to
mean-
look at titties, bro. If they had dicks, I'd look at the dicks.
well, I mean,
That'd just be
you
funny.
Don't,
Come
just
on.
don't go sit by the stage and
like
then
like a Chippendale steakhouse.
when the,
Yeah,
when the
where's
girl,
that?
when the gr-
I
when
don't
the
know
girls
how
come
I
up
feel
to you.
about somebody serving me food like with their dick like right there on the table.
This
No, they need
this
like
lad-
the little socks that they have on like the dancers in Las Vegas.
They
the
don't-
little satin
the,
sock.
the servers have clothes on at Rachel's, but they have lingerie on. But they mostly do a buffet. The buffet's a good value. It's like $15,
That's
and
not
it's
bad.
actually decent food. I know the guy that cooks up there. Well, not at the fancy one, at the one by the airport.
But
I don't know the
Is
chef.
the fancy one supposed to be good though? Is the food good?
Oh no, it's good. It is objectively good food.
I want to look at their
Okay.
menu real quick.
It's a very expensive.
Like
Oh.
if I get you guys to come to Orlando while I'm home one time and I have to pick you up at the airport, I am pointing out that big purple sign.
And we're
You
going.
see that
Oh,
big
we're
purple
gonna
sign?
go there.
That's
We're
where it goes.
going.
I know people that
We're
dance there
going.
still.
We're
I
going
know
there.
tons of dark dancers.
We're
I know, like,
going to this place.
You know,
yeah,
my
we're
calendar app.
going on a tour of Titty Bar. I take y'all to fucking Cafe Risque. He's talking about
Yeah.
the dick out when they're serving you food. Are y'all familiar with Cafe Risque?
No, what's
I
I've
think
that?
I've heard stories of it.
Okay, I've been to Cafe Risque, and it's the best club sandwich I've ever had on I-75. But it was also served to me by a woman whose labias were like at eye level, wearing fucking low top sneakers and shit. I went in there one time on Thanksgiving night, like 3:30 in the morning, with long
I
story.
want
went there-
stuffing.
Now I went there with a woman. We called in advance, like, "Hey, y'all gonna be open?" And we got up there. And they gave us free admission. There was only one girl working. She was the waitress, and she had to switch out of her tennis shoes. She was butt naked. She had to switch out of her tennis shoes, 2 heels to dance for us. And she took us back in their private area is like vinyl recliner things, like hospital style, right? Like in the wall, built in like a
Easy
truck
wipe
style.
down.
It is easy to wipe down. And there's
Mm.
a camera, and I was like, "Oh, what's that for?" It was like, "Cause a girl stabbed somebody the other day, and it's to stop us from hooking out of there." And they had the shower handlebars for old people, so the girl could grab on there and shit. Like, it was wild. I think the dance was like $30. I had the dancer give it to the woman I was with, who bought me a pocket pussy that night, so it kind of worked out in the end. Because the pocket pussy was about the same price as
Look,
Here's the menu for Rachel's.
I'm not gonna lie. I can do
They
without
have
the
Uber
dance.
Eats. Oh my god.
I just want
They
the.
got
Oh my
DoorDash.
God.
Do you get your titties with your Uber Eats and DoorDash?
unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Well, if you have a girlfriend, I guess you could get some titties with your Uber.
Yes, I
Or a
forego
non-binary
the dance,
friend.
dude. I just
Yeah.
want the food. So is the food good?
Yeah,
Nash-
food's good.
Sure.
Oh,
Look,
hell yeah.
if you guys, okay, Nelson, Tommy, if you guys drive to Florida, you can hit Cafe Risque because you're going to be on 75 coming from north.
This is not Cafe Risque. This is Rachel's.
But if
mean,
you
Cafe
if
Risque.
you fly in, we'll go to Rachel's.
We're driving.
Cafe-
That shit's
Cafe-
too expensive.
well,
Yeah.
let me know. I'll meet y'all there at Cafe Risque, because that's basically Denny's.
Hell yeah.
That's basically Waffle House that is a titty bar.
Oh, there's
Is
the
a full-
website's
is a-
down.
Well, yeah,
my
I mean,
God.
why would it? Why do you fucking think the website for Cafe Risque needs to be updated?
Well, why is there a website?
Because every place gets convinced they need to have a
It's from the-
website.
It's from the 90s.
This place
Yeah,
is
it's from
in
the 90s when-
Gainesville, is it?
Yeah, it's right
Okay,
outside
okay.
Gainesville.
All right.
God,
I'm
nothing
looking at
good comes
something,
from
but I don't-
I
Gainesville.
used to have free admission cards in my wallet till they got wet. Because the guy felt bad that we paid admission. There was no, because of Thanksgiving or whatever. But I told him, I was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna get there till like 3:30 in the morning." Amphetamines and women.
We've all been there, man. We've all been there.
Another tagline for the night. That means in women.
Amphetamines and women.
Is this a
Every
place?
time you guys start doing screen sharing, I can't hear.
Is this it?
You didn't share the audio. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah. Who cares? I don't know what it is.
That looks like one of the walk up like fast service restaurants at like fucking Gatorland or something.
It basically is. It basically is.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that level of food. It is very much like just regular diner food. The waitress just happens to be butt ass naked.
This
And I
really
mean,
is
It's
completely naked.
iconic. If you're
For no
driving
reason.
north from Orlando, if you're going up north, and it's the signs are iconic. You see them
Oh,
for
yeah, you see
miles.
them everywhere. But there's no reason for her to be butt naked.
There's
She
like-
could be wearing panties.
Like you'll be driving between like Orlando and Ocala before you get up to Gainesville, and it's like anti-abortion billboard, anti-abortion billboard, anti-abortion billboard, cafe risque, anti-abortion billboard.
You wonder why I'm like the way I am. I mean, look at the fucking propaganda of this.
Did you know that this stripper has a heartbeat?
She can feel pain from 6 days old.
Only for a little while up there at Cafe Risque. Her heart might stop every now and again.
Welcome to fucking
that's-
Central Florida. This
You
is
might
what it's
see-
like.
You might need some
That's where the
adrenaline.
that's where the amphetamines come in.
Yeah. It's not a steady heartbeat. All right,
That's
y'all.
my favorite Call of Duty story is when you were on amphetamines playing Call of Duty.
Oh, I
at
was
6 in the
fucking
morning.
I was murdering them. I took my Adderall too late in the day, and I didn't
Oh
eat.
yeah.
And then I didn't eat dinner, and I started playing the game with people at like 9:30, and I was laser focused, friends. I'm talking double digit kills and shit, but I was so irritable. And I normally play Call of Duty just stoned out of my fucking mind, just like
Yes.
my reflexes are lowered, like it's like, you know.
For
I've already
Tommy,
had a
that just means he's like a normal
Zone.
guy then.
Yeah, I've already had a Valium. Like I'm eating chips while I do it. Sometimes I wear a face mask. Tonight I'm gonna wear a face mask while I play.
You should
in case.
stream, dude.
I will before too long.
Oh, we got to get you on stream with Tommy then.
We should
I'll
all
stream with you,
stream.
Tommy.
I
I
wanna-
got the
Hell yeah.
Elgato. And
You guys
stuff.
should come. You should come play Jackbox games with us. It's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
I'll do that. With
Tell me how to do it. I'm in.
Just
It's
need your
really
phone.
easy.
All you need is your phone
The
and a way
last
to
time I
watch
did that, I
Twitch.
did that at a sex pervert's house. Y'all do your outro stuff. Say your
right.
goodbyes and all y'all.
All right, goodbye, everyone. My name's Nelson. We're Dixieland, the Proletariat. Check us out where you get your podcasts. We're on Twitch, all the social media platforms, Patreon, Spotify, all that good shit. And as Tyler says, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We'll see you next time.
Dixie
Tim, why
Pearl.
can't you do shit like that?
Now I could, but we can just have fucking Crespo added in post.
Oh yeah, and then at Dixie Prol is the tagline for all the shit. So Dixieland, the Proletariat. If you can't spell proletariat, like I can't do Dixie Prol.
Voice text.
And the
Voice
Twitch is
text.
dot
Yeah.
pro.
Oh yeah, and the Twitch is .pro because Tommy is better at marketing than I am.
Well, you should do ours, Tim, so that their fans can find
All
it.
right. We're radicalizing rednecks. You can find it if you search Big Tim Murphy in any of the podcast things, because I just used the one for my old vanity project, the old account. On any podcast app will come up. You can
Or
find me
YouTube.
on Twitch or YouTube. YouTube's Radicalizing Rednecks, right? Or Rad
Yeah.
Rednecks.
Yeah,
We're on,
Radicalizing
we're on,
Rednecks.
just Google us.
Yeah, just
You can
Google
find
it.
if you Google us.
Don't Google me.
I'm
You'll
Uncle
never
Big
find
Tim
me.
on the TikTok or whatever. I mostly post now telling people to take their pills videos, I guess. It's the only thing that gains tractions. Non-judgmental, like uncle getting you some ice cream if you take your fucking antipsychotics. Which either way, but yeah.
All right.
God damn it! See, I don't want. All right, end the fucking thing. So
All
I
right.
tell her the story.
See y'all later.
I got